You might have noticed something interesting about U.S. LLC. More and more business owners from outside the U.S. are setting up U.S. LLCs. And everyone seems to talk about taxes or money transfer platforms like Payoneer or Wise. But guess what? That's not the real reason. Stick around and I'll explain exactly what's driving this move. Something bigger, deeper, and maybe unexpected. It's not about taxes, and it's definitely not about avoiding fees. Let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever tried to get payments from U.S. clients, only to be told you need a U.S. bank account? Have you felt like your business is stuck because you don't have a U.S. presence? Or maybe you worried your brand doesn't feel legitimate to customers in the U.S.? If you felt like your business is missing something, even though you've offered service or products abroad, you're in the right place. Hear me out. Lots of people think foreign founders pick a U.S. LLC to avoid taxes. Or they do it so they can use Wise or Payoneer. But that's only half the picture. First, foreign owners usually pay 0 U.S. federal income tax. They never earn U.S. sourced income. So it isn't really about hiding money from the IRS. Second, platforms like Wise and Payoneer let you move money almost anywhere, even without a U.S. company. But they don't solve the bigger problem. What foreign founders really care about is credibility, trust, and access. And those come with having a U.S. company. Your business name and address matter. When a U.S. client sees your name, LLC Delaware, on an invoice, it just feels more real. They feel safer working with you. And that trust translates into higher conversions, better deals, and less pushback. I've seen service businesses land contracts they'd never have gotten otherwise. They also avoided hoops like PayPal or Stripe, rejecting accounts because they didn't look serious. It's like applying for a visa. Having a U.S. LLC is like having a residence in a trusted place. Suddenly, your business gets more respect. This isn't just about trust. It's about opening real accounts. Services like Stripe, Mercury, and PayPal can be closed off to businesses with no U.S. footprint. Some banks ask for a U.S. address, social presence, or EIN number. Without those, you're often blocked. Consider a freelancer who used to be stuck sending invoices via friends or delays through overseas banks. After forming a U.S. LLC, signing up for Stripe took 24 hours, and funds arrived within days. That's a game changer. Having a U.S. company unlocks doors, payment gateways, merchant accounts, even credit facilities that just wouldn't open otherwise. On top of trust and access, forming a U.S. LLC helps with brand perception. You can build a more professional image, good for e-commerce, digital products, agencies, and consulting. Plus, U.S. compliance is very clear. LLCs have a simple structure: annual reports, EIN, and some fees. Other countries might impose complicated local taxes or unpredictable rules. With a U.S. LLC, even as a foreigner, things stay predictable, especially when you stay compliant, file annual forms, and pay a simple, flat fee. Real forward-thinking founders like that kind of clarity. It helps them think global, not just local. Let me share a story of our subscriber. A developer from Asia offered software dev services. He felt stuck with overseas payments, weak brand presence, and client trust issues. He formed a Delaware LLC, and things changed fast. Clients started treating him as a serious player. He got better deals, faster payments, and even signed his first U.S. retainer contract, all within weeks. Another person in Europe was trying to sell online products globally. She used a U.S. LLC so she could integrate with Shopify and Stripe smoothly. And because she looked like a local seller, conversion rates popped up just a few %, and that made a big difference. Both say taxes or fees weren't the reason. It was credibility, access, scale. That's the real payoff. So, what do you do next? First, pick your state to file your LLC. For most people starting abroad, states like Wyoming, Florida, or Delaware make sense. Pick based on what fits your brand, growth plan, or investor approach. Next, form your LLC. You'll need an EIN and a mailing address. Then, open Stripe or a U.S. banking platform. And finally, stay on top of annual compliance. Even if you never earn a dollar, some forms are still required. That's the backbone. It's simple, but powerful. Forming LLC yourself can be a headache. Finding a mailbox, applying for EIN, filing paperwork. So many people get stuck or make mistakes early on. That's where Bizy comes in. They help you pick a state, form the LLC, apply for EIN, and give you a registered agent. They also run reminders so you don't miss any yearly filings. And guess what? They can help make it happen in just 24 to 48 hours. I've worked out a special deal with them. If you use the link below, you'll save more than $250. You also get a free year of registered agent service, unlimited email and phone support, a free 30-minute tax consultation, next-day document filing, and real-time tracking of your order. That's a big deal. You get credibility, access, and ease and all together. If this video is helping you see the real power behind a U.S. LLC, please like it, share it with someone building their own business, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive guide. Here's my recommendation for choosing your LLC states as non-resident. Choose your state based on how big you plan to grow. Keep your business name simple and easy to remember. Use the U.S. address from day one on all accounts. And always file your annual forms so your company remains in good standing. Do these things, and you'll build a brand that's not just global, but trustworthy. If you want to take the next step, here's your roadmap. Step 1, click the link in the description to start with Bizy. Step 2, choose your state and fill details. Step 3, wait for confirmation and documents. Step 4, open Stripe or U.S. merchant accounts. Step 5, get ready to get paid and just grow your business. It's that simple. Let me recap what we covered. We talked about why foreign founders choose U.S. LLCs, not for taxes or fees, but for trust, access, and brand. We heard real stories of founders who saw real results. And we walked through the steps you need to take to get set up without stress or guesswork. If you're ready to build a global business that feels real to customers, let the U.S. company structure help you do that. And if you want help getting it done, use the Bizy link below to get your LLC in 48 hours with savings, support, and peace of thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. If this was helpful, please like, share with a friend who's building something, and subscribe so you catch the next video. Your support means the world. Once again, check the description now, click the Bizy link, and let's build your U.S. LLC today. Easy, fast, and real. See you next time. Let's grow your business together.